well, I want to buy my first house. They laughed. When I say laughed, they pointed and laughed. Thought I was stupid. Being 24 years old, single mom, they were like, you're not getting no house today, tomorrow, or ever. I was like, whatever. I'm not going to say what I said, but I was like, screw you. I'm going to still try. Went to the bank, and I was like, hi, I would like to buy a house. The bank laughed. Yo, this woman was like, this girl is out of her mind. I was like, listen, I know I'm not ready to buy a house right now. I know that I don't have everything that I need, but you know what? Can you tell me like what I need to do? At this time, I was probably 21. So she sat down with me. She's like, listen, she's like, your credit sucks. I had a bunch of R9s. And if you have bad credit, you know what an R9 is. That means you didn't pay on time. Somebody cut your credit card up. They were like, listen, no more credit for you. Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of the video. I didn't expect to have 2 parts, but you know what? If you haven't watched the first part, go check it out. Actually, go check it out after the video. No, actually, go check it out now because this video won't make any sense to you. Anyways, if you want to know what I did to actually buy my house, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all my secrets and how I did it. No surprises. Anyways, let's get into it. So, I got that car for $202 a month. I was set. I, switched where I live, so I was paying less than 25% of my income for my living. And I was paying less than 35% of my living for a house, and I was spending less than 25% on my transportation. I thought I was set. My debt was getting paid down. Everything was good, right? No. Went back to the bank. I was like, guys, I'm ready to buy this house. Guy was like, no, sorry. You can't buy a house yet. You don't have enough of a down payment. You need at least 5% of the purchase price or 20%, up to 20% of the purchase price to be able to buy this house. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now I gotta save how much money? They were like, at least $7,000 to $10,000 to get this house that you wanted. I was like, okay, all right, guys. Like, I felt defeated. To be honest with you, I went home, I cried. I really cried because at this point, this was like, I was 21 when I started this dream, or 20 when I started this dream, and now I'm 23 and I still don't have it. So this is like 3 years into it and I still can't do it. I still can't get my home. So yeah, you're gonna hit rock bottom, especially when you're trying to live out this big dream that everybody's laughing at you, telling you, forget about it, just live in an apartment, call it a day. But no, I did not give up. I was like, you know what? I need this house. I need to bring this to fruition. I need to make this dream come true for me. Anyways, here's what I did next. I need to get that money. Here's how. I started saving. Not saving that $500 that I had in my bank account. I started saving on everything. I started buying in bulk. Looking at my budget. Doing groceries at certain times, knowing where all the sales were. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna save every penny that I could. I looked at a projection. It showed me that I would save about $4,000 in 1 year. I was like, that's not enough. I need at least 7 to 10. But February was coming. And if you're a single parent, you know what February is. Tax time. It was time for my tax return. I changed my accountant because you know what? My accountant was costing me like $100 to do my taxes. Nobody got time to pay $100 to do taxes. I found somebody who was charging me $25 at the time to my taxes. I found him on Craigslist. Went to his house and like, honestly, like it was weird. Like I went to his house, his family was there. I was like, yeah, I went to do my taxes. I found you on Craigslist. He was like, yeah. He's like, no problem. Did my taxes. Yo, this man was a genius. Check who your accountant is, because if your accountant doesn't know what to put in and know what the government programs are or what's going on, you're gonna be screwed. That means you're not benefiting from your taxes. So basically, he was like, listen, you're a single mom. You're eligible for this rebate. You're eligible for that. Oh, you're paying $20 a day for daycare. You're eligible for this rebate too. I was like, you're kidding me. This man saved me so much money. That tax return got me good. Like I was at like another $4,000 in tax return because he found all my savings that my other accountant could not find. When I got that tax return, I was like, do not spend it on shoes. That was hard. I was a shopaholic. I was like, oh my God, I want to buy clothes. I bought no clothes. I bought nothing. I just put it in my savings account and I waited and I saved that other $4,000. I was $8,000 in my bank account within 1 year. I was like, okay, all right, girl, you got this, you got this. So then I went to the bank. I was like, hi guys, I have $8,000. I'm ready to buy a house. He's like, okay, you're ready to buy a house. Let's check your credit. Checked my credit. It was clean because you know what? It wasn't great. Don't get me wrong. I didn't have like a 750 score. I didn't have any of that. But I had a 600 and the minimum was 600. I was able to build up my credit by paying everything on time and sticking to my debt repayment plan and paying all my creditors. And I was able to save money. There was one creditor that actually gave me some problems because they were like, listen, we're not bringing down that price. You're going to pay that $3,500 no matter what. I was like, listen, who can I talk to? Can I speak to your manager? Can I speak to this? Can I speak to that? I spoke to all kinds of people. I spoke to almost the head of the bank. I was like, listen, I'm a single parent. I don't have it. You know what they made me do? They made me send them all my banking information. I sent them all my information. I sent them my budget. I sent them my credit score. I sent them my not my credit score. I'm kidding. But I really did send them everything. I sent them how much I paid for daycare, how much I paid for hydro, which is electricity. I showed them exactly what I was paying. They looked at it and they were like, oh my God, this girl really has no money. And they were able to do something. Sometimes you have to go the extra mile to get your credit clear. It's just what I had to do. So anyways, it was time for me to go buy this house. Well, that wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be either. I thought now I had a smooth sailing. I was, you know, I was ready. I was set. I couldn't afford nothing in the market. Like nothing. I was in the city. I couldn't afford nothing. I looked at every single house. I was like, oh my God, I cannot even live here. I can't even afford to live here. And the thing is, when I was doing it, I probably could have afforded more money because they were like, you can get like $300,000 house. I knew damn well I couldn't afford a $300,000 house. Like, that's crazy because the bank, secret, the bank gives you more money than you need, than you could afford, because they want you to pay forever. Yo, just because I told you that the bank was giving me advice didn't mean I trust them. They're like your friend of me, okay? They want you to take their money because they want to hold you to that money for a very long time. So if you walk in and you're like, yeah, they told me I could get a $100,000 house, a $300,000 house, and you don't know no better, you're gonna go buy that $300,000 house, but you're gonna be mortgage poor, okay? You are not gonna have money for food because they don't look at that. Maybe now they're a little better, but before they didn't look at that. They were like, listen, if you have the money to pay us. So I wasn't foolish. I knew that I still had to live on that 35%. 35% of my income had to be my household. So that meant I was looking into the $150,000 houses, right? And for $150,000, I could get a condo, but it was a 1-bedroom. And I have a son. I knew that we couldn't live in 1 bedroom. He was going to grow. How long was I going to keep this home for? But I went out with real estate agents. And honestly, I probably had 3 real estate agents at that point, because I could not find a house that fit what I needed. I knew that if I was going to lock myself into a mortgage, it was going to have to be something that was really meant for me. So I had no choice. I had to move away from the city. I had to go to the country because, you know what, maybe my commute was longer, but at least I'll have a home, a real home. I wanted a backyard. I'm allergic to grass. I found that out when I went to the country, but live and learn, right? But I wanted a home. I wanted my son to have that childhood that I didn't have, you know? Or kind of like my first childhood when I was in Jamaica. I wanted that kind of childhood where he can run outside, where it was safe, it was nice. I didn't have any sirens. I didn't hear no police. I didn't hear nothing. Like, that was big for me. So we moved out to the country and I found that house. And honestly, that house was less than 35% of my income. So that gave me more money to travel, more money to do things, more money to see the world. I got a better car. I got to upgrade, because when you stick to the plan and you work hard for it, yo, the rewards are great. They are incredible. So anyways, that's the story about how I bought my first house at 24 years old. because I had a dream. Anyways, if you like this video, like it, subscribe, follow me on social media, follow my blog because I write all of these things down. I give you tips, I give you tricks, I give you everything. We talk about relationship, we talk about money, we talk about travel, anything that you want to talk about, let me know. I'll talk about it. Anyways, I'm out.